I'm Austin, and this is Dungeons and Dracon Beams.
Previously on Dungeons and Dracon Beams, Samira's heels clicked smartly down the hallway as she navigated to Mr. Statoric's classroom. Through the vertical window slats in the faux wood classroom doors, she could see snippets of lessons being taught and teenagers in varying states of attention. She clucked her tongue in disapproval as she noted the desks hastily pulled out of storage to fit the sudden influx of students from the Ocean Grove campus. She had studied hard through her own schooling to ensure she would have a hand in shaping the future of the education for future generations, and this was not peak learning environment. She shook her head in disappointment as she arrived at Mr. Statoric's classroom and knocked sharply before entering. She collected one of the new students named Kamren and began to escort him to the offices. She smiled kindly as she held the door open for him and ushered him in, and then felt the heavy burden of pity knowing what news was about to be delivered. Snagging a hall pass from the teacher with a pathetic excuse, Savannah walked herself to the office area of the school, where she waited, leaned up against a wall, ready to catch Kamren as he exited. He didn't seem too surprised to see her when he left. Instead, he seemed resigned. Firstly, to the fact that his dad's credit card had bounced and he was kicked off the Australia trip, and secondly, to the fact that this was the final straw. He was no longer going to stay a student here once the school dance was over. Savannah's protest pulled out of Kamren that he was pretty sure that he didn't have a future, at least not one that looked like playing football or getting a job, and he felt like he could be of more use freeing up time for the whole Humanimals business. Speaking of, he was thinking about heading out early today, going to get a jump on their big mission. Using the juxtaposition of the importance of Mr. Statoric's class versus saving the world, he got Savannah to begrudgingly agree they should all go. One day lost in school is about 0.57% of the curriculum, on average. If a student misses 2 days of school per month on average over their 12-year career, that's around 83% of an entire school year. These are facts that the students of Mr. Statoric will never be taught or able to calculate on their own, which is why it was not so great a loss when they decided to leave early and start on their critical mission. Dylan's quick thinking got her dad to call the school and give her permission to leave, whereas Zach just walked out and skated away. Chuck watched as 4 students headed towards the black Mustang. He narrowed his eyes because he knew that car, and he knew that kid, the tall one with the little ponytail thing. He grumbled in dissatisfaction as he snapped the newspaper out in front of him. He would stop them, but they had a parent or something with them, and they waved on the way past. Next time. The crows on the roof of Pacific Tower echoed out warnings as they saw one of their own taking off amidst the sighting of raptors. Osprey weren't particularly concerning to the crows, but one-on-one you couldn't be too careful. The crow ahead burst out staccato caws in return as it winged away, followed by a few ducks. This, of course, is no natural wildlife scene, but the guerrilla fighting force that held the fate of the Earth squarely on their wings. As they made it to Fort Perrin and the spot that they had scoped out, 4 teens and 2 aliens twisted out of the bodies of various birds before rapidly shrinking again into the industrious forms of the American badger. A short scuffle ensued while they adjusted to their new morphs, and then the real work began: digging. Aximili took the lead to ensure their directions were accurate, and they went deep down into the earth. While he tunneled ahead, the rest of them followed behind, moving dirt out of the way and carving out burrows along the route to be used as switchback points. The entire operation taking only a few hours thanks to the borrowed badger forms. And when they finally got close enough to peek through, what they saw was horror. A Yeerk pool and a small Kandrona, an infestation pier, human guards, a small side room where unwilling humans, Hork-Bajir, Ged, and more were dragged to become unwilling slave to the Yeerks. Savannah backed up gently into the tunnel while Zach began burrowing against the other end that they had dug out, and that opened a small window into the large room where the ship should be dropped. Karger 1851 stared out at the room below them, ignoring the thoughts flitting through the mind of their human host. Standing in a room that was half window and elevated to oversee the large room below, they observed the cargo stored around, positioned so it would not be crushed. There was another controller working away at the console in the north end of the cavern. No one they recognized other than the vague familiarity that they might have seen them before. Karger pulled his host's face into a frown, a negative or confused human expression, as they studied them. Their blue eyes were set on them for only a moment before the Yeerk, in absolute control, moved their eyes to the opposite wall, observing the large pipe that ran there. Everything seemed to be in order, so they dropped their gaze to the computer in front of them, swiping through notifications to prepare for the arrival of Sub-Visser 11. After which they pulled out the phone to scroll TikTok. A jolt of dopamine felt pretty good along the human brain as they scrolled mindless videos. At no point did they notice the 2 flies that buzzed, looping arcs across the cavern, or the spider that silently climbed out of a small hole in the wall, or the cockroach that made it approximately 3 feet before turning around and leaving. The Yeerks had not yet acquired a host with X-ray vision, which was good. because if they had, they would see that just behind the wall of the massive underground bunker, a space was being carved out. Enough space for a few humans, maybe an Andalite, and just maybe enough space for some battle morphs. And that's where we are now.
My name's Kamren.
My name is Zach.
My name is Savannah.
My name is Aximili Escamuth Estil.
My name is Dylan.
What's worse than homework, parents, and acne?
Betrayal.
War.
Murder.
Brussels sprouts.
Doing it all while trying to stop an alien invasion.
Duh.
Aliens that crawl into your ear and take over your brain.
Mimicking your every thought. Reliving all your memories.
Living life as you would. Flawlessly deceiving your friends, your family, pretending to be you.
I'd rather die.
Stay on script.
What's even worse?
Mr. Statoric.
The only thing that stands in the way of complete takeover of all humanity is 4 teenagers and an Andalite.
I am the Andalite.
Yeah, you're the Andalite.
We also have the ability to morph.
It's amazing.
An Andalite technology.
Stay on script. The ability to...
Right. The ability to turn into any animal we can touch.
Lions.
Tigers.
Orangutans.
We must be extremely cautious. We can't trust anyone, thanks to my...
Kamren.
Okay, you read it then.
Fine. We can't trust anyone. Controller or not.
We have seen what happens when we are too trusting.
So now, there's only us.
Only us.
Only us.
Only us.
Because anyone could be compromised. Anyone at all, can be a controller.
Yeah, dude. Even you.
A small mouse panics as it hides in an offshoot of a hole that was dug by badgers. It wandered in here freely, being scared, and then stayed and waited. And as it sniffs around, it decides to make its break, and it travels down the hole. Dylan, as you all ready yourself down below, and you notice that Matea lowers her upper body and extends her hands out towards the hole that you all have been digging down for the last few hours. You see her head turn, and her Andalite eyes seem to smile as she reaches down, and a small brown mouse crawls up into her hand. She lifts it, pets the mouse, and you notice it goes slack. She smiles with her eyes again, puts the mouse back down, and it scurries back up. She turns to you and looks. I think I have found a suitable morph to move in close to the terminal. I know it's not the most optimal, but I will have to rely on it to do its job at this time.
No, I think that was a great idea.
Very lucky. Yeah, you guys are all still down here, I guess still digging out a little bit. So what do you guys do?
Okay, so the plan was that we were digging out a larger space kind of behind that wall there.
Mm-hmm.
If we're getting close enough to that other little side room with the door in there, can we just like dig a tunnel kind of right up to there so it's just like a short ways to burrow through?
To which tunnel? The one to the other room or just back up?
You know how if we're looking at the room, north is the Kandrona, and then south there's just like a little, like almost like, I'm going to say storage room, like it's just a little enclosed singular small space.
Are you talking about what you can see from the blueprints or what you all have already? Yeah, so
what we can see from the blueprints.
yeah, you see that there is a room over there. If you want to dig over there, yes, you can do that.
That's it. That's the last thing I want to do is kind of dig up to that wall so it's another option to burst through if we need.
All right, so who is leading that just as like they burrow over that way?
I think if they're all like kind of excavating that cavern. Wow. I'm having a stroke today. Welcome. This is the medical dilemma stream. Savannah will just burrow through there, like just badger size to that wall.
So as you get to that wall, you come to it, and this isn't the same as the Yeerk pool wall. It is a flat metal wall, and it's just in the ground here. So you can if you dig straight from where you are, yeah, it just looks like a metal wall.
Why?
Mm.
Why would you do this, DM?
Can we roll for why?
I don't know that you would know why, just based on seeing it.
No, me either. But you see.
No, you see a metal wall. Anything else you want to do, like while you're over here by this wall, or you just dig to it and?
I guess dig to it. Tell everybody this is a really weird dead end. This weird little storage space has metal walls. Out.
But why?
If only we could figure out why. Like roll for it or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to spend at least an hour figuring out why this room has a metal wall.
You're right. We have a full game to play today. Let's just spend the full time figuring out why.
I'll say if you
It's
want,
a free world.
Savannah, you can roll an investigation check.
For what? Genuinely, as not being an asshole to you right now? For what?
To try to figure out what's going on with this wall in the simplest terms that you can. We'll see what you get.
All right.
Well, he said in the simplest terms.
In the simplest terms, we'll see what you get.
So with the 21, you kind of dig around a little bit, and you dig a little bit deeper, and you see that this wall extends lower than the floor of the big main room.
Is it an elevator? It's an elevator.
If you dig a little bit further, it goes down even deeper and even deeper. And I think you could surmise that this is like something that can take
An
you
elevator?
from one level to another. That's a good guess.
Do you think that this goes to the surface as well? Because, that would be useful to be able to get up and down.
I think it wasn't supposed to, right? This is supposed to be kind of its own isolated thing. And theoretically, I mean, it's metal, right? So if the chi used that weird echolocation sort of thing, it should have been picked up like the other aspects of this.
We're all still badgers, right? Zach's just
Except
going to start
Taya.
digging up the side, except my Taya.
Digging up the side.
Yeah, up the side of the metal wall.
You get about 10 feet up, and you see that there's a top in here. So it doesn't go up anymore.
Okay. It stops.
But what does it go to?
Down. To Mephisto's Cafe, maybe? That's a streetlight song. It's fine. Do you want me to dig down and try to find the bottom, or?
I don't think that would give us much more. I mean, we would know how deep it went, but I don't think it would give us any information on where it goes or why it's here.
Okay.
So we doing this?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
So I guess we just wait for a cue. Are you going to be able to talk to us?
We're gonna try. We'll keep checking in as we go up the tunnel to see if we can.
All right, sounds good.
If that doesn't work, I guess wait for the big ship to start dropping through the ceiling.
He will wait for a second, and he says, "Are we supposed to be bringing that thing down, or are you guys?"
I believe that once we attack topside, the security measures will mean it drops down, but we'll try to figure it out if that's not what happens.
Okay, cool. And Kamren, who is in Badger Morph, will start to demorph. So you three head back up.
I think as Savannah's turning around to head back up, she's just going to pause for 1 second and just be like, don't forget the most important mission here is come out of this alive. Drop whatever you have to do to make sure that you come out of it.
Kamren will like nod as his badger face sinks back into his.
And she'll keep going with and don't be a creep, just to Kamren.
Private thought speak to Kamren. Zach is, as they're going up the tunnel, we were supposed to keep in contact, right? So he's going to start, in his head, just singing some song. Like one of the hype-ass songs
Name
that
it.
he and Kamren like. Shenanigans. And just to, maintain the contact so that it's going to be slowly fading out as Zach leaves. But that's happening in Cameron's head. Hopefully to get him hype.
He does like Dylan and Matthias seems kind of like as he's finishing
Swaying
his
a little
demorph,
bit.
yeah,
Nice.
swinging back and forth, his shoulders kind of tensing up and shrugging. You guys get back to the top of your badger hole, your little badger hole.
And how's the check-in going with the thought speak?
Kamren has Matea relay back, and you guys can hear this too. Kamren has said that Zach's song is getting fainter. I do not know what this means.
We're getting further away.
I mean that I have not heard a song from Zach.
Just privately, Zach, do you want to share with Matea, I guess?
Oh, yeah, if she's into this. And then he'll loop in everyone, like whether you want it or not now. So you're all just getting, the same thing. I don't care about your mess. I don't give a fuck. It's a good song.
You do hear Matea say, "We barely hear you." So it has gotten fainter.
Zach starts thought speaking louder. He's yelling.
So it's just like coming through in like snippets in and out, but just at volume 100.
It's a shitty car down the street with the fucked up stereo system. You just hear cans rattling,
You go behind one of the military satellite dishes and it cuts out completely for a second, and then not really. It's a radio joke.
It gets beamed to Mercury and then it comes
It's
back.
a radio joke. Like he's some old-timey DJ. You wouldn't get it. It's a radio joke. Us at NPR think that this is pretty funny.
What the hell?
We're not going to be able to communicate with you guys when we're up in the air. If we get low, we might be able to get a few words through. So just be aware for chaos starting to ensue.
Matea will faintly... Kamren says, "Okay." Because he's demorphed.
No way. Zach, would you like to start a fire?
Yeah.
Great.
I assume you don't want me to be a badger when I do that?
Up to you.
I don't want to be a badger when I do that. So Zach hunkers down behind something and starts to demorph.
Yep, you can all demorph. Aximili will go in like that little rundown shed that's near demorph.
The sheed.
The sheed needs an andalite. What would you like me to do?
I think we're going to wait until Zach has the stage that we talked about on fire and is a genuine distraction, and then I think we go in and start slamming this thing. So up to you whether you want to be an andalite for this or not.
If you have no worries about any humans that aren't controllers seeing me, I am more comfortable and faster in this body. But if you want more destruction, I can go bigger.
Well, I'll have the rhino on lock, so I think you're good to be you.
Zach is human now and looks at Savannah and kind of goes, I'm having a problem deciding. So kombucha is very large, very powerful, but also very large. I also have a lemur, They're like pretty small. I could start fires as a lemur. I've got the mandrill, which is like in between.
Savannah's just demorphing from a badger while this is going on, and I like to imagine she's just demorphing to like arms crossed, just like nodding along to like Zach's train of thought, like not weighing in, just like
So, I mean, orangutan, right? Like, that's the move.
It's up to you.
Okay. Well, good talk. And he just kind of hunches over a little bit as he starts to bulk up and get hairier. And shrinks slightly, I think. Orangutan are fairly short, right? They're like 4 feet tall, 5 feet tall. Because they got no legs. They're just feet attached to hips. Like E.T. That's how it works, right?
Just like E.T.
Not at all. Okay, he is an orangutan after a couple minutes. A half a minute.
You all are not too far from like the walls of the base or anything like that, but far enough to where you wouldn't get caught. So it'll take you a couple of minutes to like get to where you can climb over the wall. But if you want to roll a stealth check.
Before that, Zach is going to hold a big old hand out for crystals and or other tools for fire starting.
Did we bring any? Because I know we took it down to Maitea. I don't know that we brought any up with us.
I'll leave that up to you guys, but whatever you take, they won't have down there. So.
Yeah. Like we talked about it when we had the stuff, but I don't think we specified that we took anything.
I thought we were going to split them evenly. Like we were going to have some up top and some below.
I don't think any of us up top know how to set any of the bombs, but like the crystals maybe.
Oh, Zach knows how to do bombs, right?
I don't think Zach's ever set any bombs, but like the ones that Maitea made, she could give you like a quick rundown. It'll be a check, but...
Okay, I can do a check.
There were also those crystals if you all wanted to use those, which you just have to break them.
I mean, to be honest, I know that Savannah talked to Zach about it down below. She didn't do anything. If Zach specified with Maitea, I'll leave it up to Nate.
Okay. How many bombs did Maitea make?
She made 3. They need at least 1 for the Yeerk pool room.
Okay. And how many crystals exploding crystals are there?
We have 7 orange crystals.
Okay. I would have asked for 1 so that I can make sure that there's a good fire started on the stage. So I'll hold my hand out. Big ol' monkey hand.
If Savannah had grabbed it, she'll hand it over.
Put it in fist and start knuckle walking over to the wall.
You're being sneaky?
Yeah, I need to sneak it up, don't I?
And what are Aximili and Savannah doing at this time?
I think giving him a little bit of time to get there and to start with this, but after kombucha disappears over the wall, I think Savannah's just going to look at Aximili and say, I might go elephant. I feel like I have a little more power that way. And then she'll start her morph.
I'm not stealthy. That's a 10, y'all.
Well, did you specify that you were making the little like piano twinkle toes as you were sneaking across? Because that would have given you a bonus to
Does that give you advantage? Yeah.
So, Zach, you pull yourself up on the wall and are stealthily climbing over. And as you do, you hear a loud crack ring out in the distance. Does a 15 hit your AC?
God. Yeah.
You take, holy shit, 18 piercing damage as you feel a bullet enter your shoulder and start to burn. And you drop down on the other side of the, you're in the military base, but you have just taken a shot.
Which arm did they hit?
Left.
I had the crystal in my right hand. I wanted to make sure. So, I'm going to calmly say, I think they saw me. And I'm going to start running at full speed towards the stage.
There are still a few walls. They're just not as high as the outside wall.
Okay. General direction of the stage. Yeah.
Roll me an athletics check.
20.
You do hear another shot, and as you're running, it just doesn't hit you. You get to a wall, climb over another wall, climb over another wall, and there is the stage. It's about 20 feet from you.
So they have cached almost all of the bonus that I have. Not quite.
Savannah, roll me a concentration check, because I assume after you hear that, you're going to try to morph faster.
We'll see.
Yeah, this distracts you a little bit, and you can't morph any faster, but you're another stage in. Zach, you know that the area around you is alert. Like, they're watching now, and people are, like, moving around. No alarms or anything yet, but people are, like, on edge. They heard a rifle shot, so.
Okay. I'm heading for the top of this building.
All right, yeah.
This corner here.
You can use your movement to get up there. You have a climb speed, so there's no check.
All right, I'm going to get up there, and then I'm going to spike this crystal as hard as I can into the stage. As an orangutan, it's pretty hard.
Just to see how well you do at getting it where you want it, roll a D20 plus your dexterity.
17.
Yeah, you hit exactly where you want to hit on the stage, and the crystal breaks and explodes. Roll a D6.
Yes, sir. Pow! Look at all them motherfuckers. 23? God damn it! There's a 1 and some 2s. Ugh.
Not a singular 5 or 6.
Yeah. That sucked ass! That one was shitty. I didn't like that crystal. It was bad.
It explodes and catches this stage on fire. Splinters just shoot out at different places. So like half the stage has now got a big old hole in it, and part of it's collapsing. As you're up here and you throw that, this guy is just on the edge of this roof, has got his rifle trained on you, and he takes another shot.
Sorry, which guy?
He's on the warehouse roof. He'll take it with disadvantage.
Thanks. I like that.
9 to hit.
Does not.
All right, so this bullet just shoots past you.
I'm an orangutan Neo. I dodge bullets.
Anything Savannah want to do?
She will start as her morph is just kind of slurping into those final places, heading towards the wall of the compound that she's going to run through. Remind me, the hatch, it's there, right?
Yes.
She is going to, assuming that crashing through this fence here is probably going to cause a distraction, gonna start charging in and trying to get over there so she can like smash into that area of the wall.
Like, you're gonna take the path of least resistance. It might be good to go like through this side and get over there, because if you wanted to get to the left side, you'd have to go like down and around the building.
Yeah.
So you could go that way, and basically I'm gonna say you're not stealthing, you're running there.
No.
Go ahead and make an attack on this first outer wall.
I'm just gonna throw that in the chat. Trampling charge. I'm assuming I got 20 feet on this.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm assuming it would be like a stomp. 24 hit.
For structures, you'll double your damage.
Sweet. Are there any structures left?
Yeah, so this wall is a structure, and you're gonna bust through it.
How about 54?
54, you bust through this outer wall, and like there is like the very bottom part left of the wall, but like it's elephant sized, and you like kind of stumble through. I will say that takes 5 feet of your movement away, so you won't be able to hit this next wall right here just yet.
But if I have trampling charge and a bonus action, I say in the very loosest sense of having any rules.
It's just you don't have the movement to get to that yet.
That's fair.
Thanks.
Okie dokie.
And behind you is an Andalite. Just he gracefully hops over this bottom part of the destroyed wall. Yeah.
Like a deer in the woods.
He actually pulls ahead of you as he's running in like your wake, and he does wait. Like, he's not jumping over the next wall yet. He's waiting. And we'll go to the bottom. Dylan, as Matea's starting her morph and Kamren's looking around, he seems to be like looking where you guys exited and went into the big room just a second ago, and he kind of has his hand on his chin looking up like towards the top of where you all have dug. And he reaches down into the bag. There's 3 of those bombs that Matea made. He takes 2 of them and puts them towards the top and kind of like fastens them in like above where you all have dug to bust into the room should you need to. And he'll like put 2 of the bombs up there and think for a second. And he'll say, okay. And rubs his hand together and looks at you. What are you doing at this moment? Like as you're preparing?
Dylan has been getting like a crash course from Matea on how to use the bomb, how to hack into the terminal, all that stuff.
If you need to get into the terminal, relay back and I can give you pointers then, but it should just be a quick password reroute, hack in, and then you can bring up the menu and select the options. As far as the bombs, she like shows you on like one of the bombs. If you click this over, you can connect this wire into here and it will start the 10-second timer. Be careful to only get it into this slot. If you go too far off, there's a chance that it will pre-detonate. So just be very, very careful.
Got it. Don't blow myself up.
Yes, yes. And Kamren will say, so, here's the plan. Matea morphs Mighty Mouse. Waits for the cue. The cue being the battle to start up there. And then she runs and gets into position. And when I hear the cue, or you, either one of us, we drop this weird Matea bomb with the phone that's made from phone batteries and Roku remotes into the Yeerk pool room. It is a bit more complicated than that, Kamren. Doesn't matter as long as the thing goes boom. Because when that thing goes boom, Dylan, we got to be ready to go. So you'll be playing safety. Just wait behind this dirt wall, and he like gestures to the one that leads into the big main room, and then just bust in there if Matea needs you, and I'll be right behind you. But hopefully the personnel in here will move to the Yeerk pool room, which will give me time to finish morphing. Basically, we don't move until we need to, if we need to.
Sorry, I'm having like an out-of-body experience right now. Yeah, this is all really good stuff, Kamren.
What?
Nothing. No, nothing. Keep going. I like this.
Well, I figure if we didn't have to go in there at all, if she can just stealthily do it without any baddies coming back in, we're good. But if not, we bring the pain.
Yes, sir.
He kind of looks down and blushes a little bit, smiles. All right. Then you just see like his shoulders start to bulk up and grow some fur. As he morphs, he'll like try to look at his hand and just slow it down. It does like start to become a little bit of a paw, and he goes, no. And it stops. So he's still got a partially human hand if needed.
I'm going to start to go gorilla.
And as time goes, you finish your morph. Hey, would you rather just drop this bomb in the Yeerk pool room? Because, I mean, he looks at his hand. Mine's still a little bit bulky, but you got perfect hands.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right. And Matea gets to her mouse morph. He finishes morphing, since you can do it now. And yeah, you guys are ready, just waiting on a big boom. Roll perception. I'm going to give you advantage on it because the NPCs are there. So,
oh, good.
You all hear a boom. It's not as loud as you were expecting, but it is a little boom, and they look a little confused at it. Like Kamren's, his polar bear face kind of twitches, like cocks to the side, like, what?
It's so cute.
I guess that means go.
But I don't think it's lowering.
Matea like peeks her little mouse head out of the hole y'all made. It is not. Huh. Maybe that was just the pre-boom. All right, let's give it just a little bit longer. And no, wait. All right, so back up top. Zach, you hear bullets just shooting towards you, but like you're kind of ducked behind something and they can't hit you. You've also heard a wall crash a little ways away and see an elephant running towards the warehouse.
Zach sees two young fellas right here who are holding what?
You see that they have automatic rifles that were like on their back. They bring them off and are looking around and look up there. They know that you're up there, but they're not firing. Those two aren't firing. They're just like kind of training their rifles up there.
Okay, these are M16s?
Yes.
So Kombucha, aka Zach, is going to grab 2 sandbags by the top from the sandbag wall in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for clarity, are these improvised weapons?
Yes.
If they are used as weapons? That's excellent, because I, as you might know, am a tavern brawler, which means I'm proficient with these. I'm also going to jump down and use these nunchuck style up against the heads of these 2 assholes.
It would be, if you're proficient in improvised weapons, it would be the same as your hands, except they would do, we'll call these getting swung by a orangutan, we'll call it 2d6 plus your strength damage.
Okay, I will do that. God! Horrible!
Yeah, that misses. Yeah, he like, you swing at him and he just like backs up into this container and like you hit the ground beside him.
So he ducks. And I get a second attack, so I'm going to attack the other guy.
Okay.
There we go. 15.
A 15 will hit.
My rolls are so shitty. 7.
You swing one of these sandbags up and it hits this guy in the chin and one of his teeth fly out, but he just backs up and he's like, ah! And he points his M16 towards you.
Got it. So he didn't drop his gun, which is what I wanted to do.
They both do have their rifles trained on you now, but it's Savannah's turn.
Once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack that deals bludgeoning damage, you can grant disadvantage on the target's next attack roll.
Okay. So the left one has disadvantage on his attack roll. Savannah.
Would an elephant crashing through the fence count as a taunt,
Yes.
as a bonus action? Cool.
And I'll say you use that on your last turn, so it's active still and you have your full round of actions.
Okay. And I have to specify a dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I will understand argument because this is kind of being a dick about something you just said, but the guy on the right side that was shooting at Zach, that has his rifle trained on, I want to pick that guy.
Okay. You bust through that wall and like he's got his rifle trained on Zach, and out of the corner of his eye he sees you now and he's like, oh shit. And he turns.
Mm-hmm. He also has advantage on attacks on me. That's the duality of it, but there you go. I would like to
He doesn't say
keep
oh
going through
shit
the
because
next
he's
wall.
a Yeerk. He says, more
Garfnash, the
more
one that you always say.
Garfnash. That's Yeerk. What is the company? The Yeerk.
Dapson?
Daps. He says Dapson.
It's pretty good, actually.
That's a good pull.
It's a good pull.
May I please take out the next wall?
Yeah. Roll it up. And I'll say you're continuing your movement, so it's still 20 foot. You got your charge
Yeah.
and shit. That'll hit.
Sweet.
And this is a smaller wall than the one you just came in. Easy. Bust through it. And then that was 15 feet. Another 15 feet will get you to the wall of the warehouse that you know is a hologram. You hitting it?
Yeah, she's continuing that charge. She's not letting any of the steam go. She wants to crash into that wall as hard as she can.
Roll it up. I'll say since you have your momentum going, you can make this one with advantage.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Big damage. Big enough. You see to this hologram wall and you see everything just shimmer. And this guy, he's going to shoot at you at the same time. And then it flickers out and he starts to fall. So this is going to be a disadvantage on his attack, which you gave him advantage. So it's a flat roll as he just gets a pop shot off.
Holy crap.
Holy shit. It's a natural 20.
Natural 20.
20 piercing damage.
This guy in my head now canonically is the hunter from Jumanji.
Alan. I don't know. You see it's like this hologram around the whole building, all of it. All these guards that were on top fall into it, but it keeps shimmering and cutting on and off as you've ran directly into the corner where one of the hologram generators was, and you see it's just crumpled a little bit in on the side of it. Zach, first shot against you versus the one that doesn't have disadvantage, so it's a flat roll. Natural 1.
Love that.
And so he trains his gun at you, and he'll make this with disadvantage. It's, again, +2. There's a 13 hit.
It does. I have a 12.
So you will take 6 piercing damage as this guy just lets out like a quick pop shot at you. I'm going to say that makes a pretty loud boom, and as like the generator hits and it goes, and it's like flickering on and off now. Yeah, Dylan, you hear that boom now, and everybody, Kamren hears it, and he like looks at you. His big blue bear eyes go wide. I think that's it.
All right, let's make sure that it's gonna lower.
Matea's still watching out, looking up, waiting. Zach,
I still have 2 sandbags in my hand. Yeah, I'm gonna repeat the same thing I did a minute ago. I'm just gonna hit them both, or attempt to hit them both. So it's a.
Aximili moves in, and he's kind of at your flank. Savannah.
All right, this is my first attack. Motherfuck. All right, that does not hit.
So who'd you swing at first?
Same order as before.
So this is the second guy. What's it look like when you knock this dude out with the sandbag?
I hit him in the side of the head. When I realize he's crumpling, I let go of the sandbag and grab his rifle.
All right, you can kill him if you want. I forgot.
I'd like to knock him out.
Okay. We specify non-lethal. La, 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 la.
So I grab his rifle as he goes down.
Okay. You have a rifle now.
Like that. Like that a lot. I'm also going to... I don't know if I can throw an Intimidate in there to just scare the other guy, but I'd like to do that.
Yeah, roll an intimidation.
Fine. He feels great. He feels not worried at all.
Looks down and he gets a determined look on his face, like all his training has started to kick in now.
I've trained for this moment. All the monkey simulation that I've gone through. Monkey with a gun simulation.
Seeing that you have the rifle now, he'll like train his gun back on you and take a shot. So +2. 14.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Oh, for 10 piercing.
Okay. I'm fine. I don't care.
Savannah, I'm gonna have to move you to a different map.
Your fucking luck, I'm an elephant. You fucking can't lift me.
All right, Savannah, you are down here. You see that there is, right next to you is a human who's kind of like pinned in between this generator and you, and then there's a Taxon right in front of you, and an Aximili beside you. What would you like to do?
I would like to continue rolling through this generator and just continuing the charge like up towards the second generator, and I will hit Taxon, I will hit Hork-Bajir, I will hit the ship. I don't give a fuck.
All right, we're gonna go into initiative.
I just have Mambo number 5 on repeat in my head now, which means the rest of the party also has it stuck in their head because Zach's singing it out loud as he's grabbing guns and knocking people out with sandbags.
That's
Just
the worst fucking battle
1, 2,
anthem
3, 4,
ever.
5. A little bit of my...
I'm just imagining like the slow-mo pan over like the, you know what they did in that a movie I've never seen, but I'm gonna say it, Deadpool and Wolverine, like where they did the pan over the battle, except it's Mambo number 5.
Yeah, honestly, would have been killer
Fantastic.
in that movie.
Yeah, super would have.
Anyway, sorry.
All right, so we're gonna start the top of the round now. Zach, you've just seen an elephant boom into this hologram, and it is flickering, and you can see the outline of the ship over some walls and some buildings. You can kind of see the top part of it. So that being said, it is your turn. There's a man in front of you.
My turn? Okay. I have 1 remaining sandbag. As a free action, I'm gonna just thought speak. Holy shit, you guys, there's an elephant over there. And then I'm gonna hit the dude with a sandbag. It's going to happen. This guy has fucking got immunity to sandbags. 14? Is a 14 good?
Yes.
It is a hit? Yes! Alright. Now, I'm gonna roll the damage. So he takes 9 damage. I get 2 attacks. So I'm gonna hit him with the butt of the rifle that's in my hand now.
Yeah, you see his eye go cocked off of that sandbag hit. He's just like,
Is this also an improvised weapon?
yeah.
All right, I'm still going to try to hit him first. I did. I hit him with the butt of a rifle harder than I meant to, I think. I probably do some exceptional amount of lasting damage to this host.
His nose is fucked now. Like crushed.
Okay. So his cockeye started fucking his nose.
You see these guys down here seeing this go on. They're starting to make their way that way.
Item manipulation, is that a free?
Depends on what you want to do.
I want to set the switch on the side of this gun to full auto.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
And I'll leave the other rifle right here, and I'll pick it up in a minute.
All right. Dylan.
Guys, does it seem like it's lowering yet?
I'll say Matea looks out and looks up, and she says, "Not yet. But there seems to be a commotion going."
Definitely. What? Kamren?
Go ahead and blow it. If we can just get them out of this room now, we know something's going on up there. Maybe they don't. But if you blow it, they'll go and we can start.
All right, I'm going to start with one. And she's going to click the wire over to start the 10-second timer. Wait, like 1, 2, 3, drop it into the pool.
I'm going to say you make a technology check, which is Arcana with advantage because Matea helped you. 15's good enough. So yeah, you cook this thing and then drop it in.
I wanted it to go off like as soon as it hit the water.
Cool.
Or, liquid. Goop.
You toss it over into that water and you do see like there's two guys in there and it splooshes in and like they look over at the Yeerk pool for a second and then it just explodes up. Roll 4d6.
Ooh, okay.
If you peek in at all, like just maybe out of the corner of your eye, you do see like some of the sloshy gray liquid starting to fall out of where these jagged rocks were holding it in, and it starts to spill all over in this floor in here. And these guys are like holding their ears and like ducking down.
All right. I'm holding the next one.
So Kamren did put 2 of them. There's 3 of them all together. He put 2 of them on the above where you are going into the big room. But there are crystals left if you wanted to use one of those.
Oh, okay.
We have 6 down here, so you're holding 1 now.
Okay.
Next up, Savannah. You see, as you're charging in, these 2 red-sashed Hork-Bajirs at the door look down at you. They look at each other, and then both start moving towards you. This one will get here. This one will get here with double moves. You also see this human that's kind of wearing armor. His armor is just like a metallic armor. He has a helmet on and everything. He's carrying a Dracon Beam, and he just starts to go to work on the terminal. And as his turn ends, he like looks over at you, and you just hear pressure release, and then the floor just starts to lower. Right next to you where you're standing, like Aximili is standing on a part that is starting to lower. This human here is humanoid shape. He's also wearing armor, but his is like a metallic-y red color. And he takes a few steps forward and aims his Dracon Beam at you. So make a dexterity save. DC 11.
Why are you even bothering?
That's why half damage.
Oh, yay.
So 11 halved is 5. Well, it's 5.5, but we round down. I will say that Taxon is right in the fucking line of fire of him, so he's going to hit the Taxon, or Taxon's going to make a save as well.
Yeah, create a bloodlust immediately that the Taxons are all going to be involved in.
It fails, so it takes 11 damage.
And explodes.
It does, part of its body explodes, but its mind and tongue are still flapping, and you see it like kind of start to crawl in circles as like half of its legs are gone.
And it starts eating its own flesh.
It might on its turn. It probably will.
Oh, we have to wait for its turn. I gotcha.
Down low to Dylan's. These 2 humans are doing something at the console that Matea sees, everybody else is blah, blah, blah. These two up here that Dylan, as you're like looking into the Yeerk pool room, you see one of them smash his hand down onto a terminal, and then he also types some stuff in. And at that, then these humans will like look to each other, and this one will start moving this way. He'll get to here. Now, at Zach. Zach, these humans start to move. They'll get here, and then they'll take a shot with their rifles. This +2. So first one, 8. Second one, natural 20. 17 piercing damage as this guy starts spraying towards you. Shit, there's a lot more humans where Savannah is. I forgot. They'd have to do stuff.
Like pee their pants and leave.
Yeah, I say you actually took them at surprise, so they won't do anything this round. The Hork-Viziers are always ready. Matea will say, it looks like the platform is lowering. Kamren will say, all right, get in position, but wait. Don't start doing anything until people get out of the room. Yes, Kamren. She moves in. Let's see how far she can get. She's just a little mouse. We'll have her roll a stealth check.
Yeah, but they're fast, dude.
Yeah, they are. They're fast as humans, at least.
Faster. I had a rat run right in front of me yesterday morning, and I was surprised by how fast it was. And I've seen rats before.
Scurry, the mouse can dash or hide as a bonus action. So, yes,
Aww.
30 more full feet and a 17 stealth check. She is kind of out in the middle right now, though, so
it's also a 17.
yeah, it's with disadvantage, but she's here. Aximili will duck under your legs, Savannah, and move to the other side where he sees that human and take a swing at him with his tail. I'll say he scurries to the other side, so he has advantage. 18 will hit. Knocks him out. He has an extra attack, so with the rest of his movement, he moves forward and tries to finish off the taxon that's in front of you. No advantage on this. 18 will hit, though, and he has 1 hit point left. Slices the taxon, and it dies. You hear Andalites, 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 all up in the room that you are in. Next up is Savannah.
Cool. I mean, this is really far, but she is charging. So she's charged through the generator. She's continuing to charge to the other generator. Is there any way that she could be dragging parts of this generator with her just to cause more mayhem and chaos and potentially slam these guys with debris on the way past?
So as you're moving, I'll say give me a strength check just to see how much you can pull from this generator.
Okay.
Like a hefty, big metal chunk with a pole attached to it that's bent over and there's wires spewed all over it. So you have that in your trunk.
And she's charging these guys down. I think to just get there, it's gonna be, I think I can get to here, to just in front of this red armor guy. So that'll be my plan with chunks of the generator. So
if you drop it, I'll let you drop it on him.
oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, I do.
This will be an improvised attack, so you roll a strength check with no proficiency.
As an elephant, I assume.
Yes. 21, you get it right. So we'll say this is pretty heavy metal and you like drop it right on him. You're bigger than an orangutan. We'll say do 3d6.
Yeah, plus the gravity of the situation.
He's like drops his Dracon beam like as his shoulder goes limp and he like crumples to the floor, but he like pushes himself back up and is just like standing there like, what the hell? He doesn't say that though because he's Yeerk. What the dapson?
Would you call this bludgeoning damage?
Yes.
Cool. Then what I would like to do is he has disadvantage on the next attack roll. And that's it, because it wasn't a critical hit. So he has disadvantage because of Bruiser. So
Nice. He has disadvantage on the next one. Hell yeah. Next up is the Hork-Vizier. And the floor is lowering as you're like doing all of this to the left of you. Hork-Vizier down here will move around. All right, Hork-Vizier down low. This one will climb over the generator and jump down and get to this door and move through it. So first Hork-Vizier out of that door. The Hork-Vizier's down here. This one will move into this door. And I'm going to say this one keeps moving along here. So he'll get to right here. And that human would have moved last turn, so he'll get there. This human doesn't seem to be moving. The the one that's at the terminal. He seems to be staying there. I have my orders. No Hork-Bajir up top outside the military base. Next up is Taxon. There's a Taxon close to you. Seeing that this guy's now, like, his shoulder's just been dropped this metal piece on it, there's definitely some blood happening. He's going to make a save to see if he can hold himself together. Blood Frenzy. Taxon has advantage on melee attacks against any creature that doesn't have all its hit points. Additionally, the Taxon attacks the nearest creature with less than full hit points. If it's an ally, the Taxon must roll a wisdom save. So let's see. He fails, so he will bite into the human that is hurt next to him. Let's see if he hits. He does, and he devours. Yeah, he starts eating and swallowing parts of this human as it bites into him.
Wilhelm scream.
Yeah, I think Aximili and Zach just hear Savannah go, oh.
These ones will move. They can't move very fast, so they'll double move. You see another Taxon slither its head out of the ship. As it does, like, its head peeks out, the green sashed Hork-Bajir that's standing on the ramp grabs it by its head, pushes it back in, and slams its hand against a button that's on the side of the ship, and the door just closes to the ship. And then he'll look at you like the elephant, crouch down, and then just spring forward to jump at you. And once it gets there, as it's in the air, it's gonna swing its claw down towards you as it jumps. It's gonna do a multi-attack. So first swing, 20 to hit.
Yeah, dude.
6 piercing damage. As it's hits that first one, and like it's falling, it swings up with its second one. 10 to hit.
Nope.
It scratches you, but it doesn't even break through your thick leathery skin. And then as it lands on the ground, it swings its tail towards the side of your head.
Fucking A.
Natural 20. That's going to be 21 slashing damage. It is standing on part of the ground that is lowering, and this is getting to where it's too low to like 1 foot's on the high ground, 1 foot's on the one that's lowering, and it just steps to the left as it's lowering with the ship now. You're kind of teetering on the very edge of where it would fall. Kamren's up. He is waiting. He does have an action readied, I just want to say that, to bust through the door and get to as far as he can and as quick as he can. But yeah, Zach, you're up. There's 2 humans rushing towards you. You don't see any other ones immediately around you.
I am going to first move behind this container and behind these sandbags.
Okay.
So I'm protected on 2 sides. Oh, there's a motorcycle. Oh, I just zoomed in.
There is a motorcycle.
Is that motorcycle?
Yes.
Does that motorcycle have the keys in it?
High or low?
I would like advantage, please. Because I have advantage on technology, and this is a technological machine.
This is luck, whether the keys are in it or not.
Hi. God damn it, I saw the 7 and the 3. I thought it was a 73. I got so excited for a second. God damn it. I get behind this container. I use my action to use Inspiring Resolve. Through sheer will, you grant yourself and your allies might and endurance. So this says each creature of your choice within 30 feet of you. Does that apply? Because we have thought speak?
No, they have to be within 30 feet of you.
Okay, I'm assuming that's more than 30 feet to the elephant.
You see it flickering on and off, like the hologram. The elephant's now like right here.
Oh, okay, further away. Great. Where's Max?
Max is still not within 30 feet.
Okay. Well, I was worth a try. I'm at least going to give myself hit points equal to 2d6 plus my charisma modifier. If ever I needed a good roll, it's right now. That's 2 1s, everyone.
Well, you still 5 hit points.
Austin.
I didn't do it. Why
Stop
me?
making us use roll 20.
I hate this.
Mhm.
That sucks.
I feel ya.
Alright, well, I'm going to use my bonus to use the other one that I have. I'm so upset. That's the worst thing I've ever done. I gain temporary hit points equal... I get to roll a superiority die? How much are my superiority die? That's d6. Okay. So I roll a d6 plus my charisma modifier, I think.
No ones. Shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. Get ready for another one.
Maybe if I said it.
6. So I gain 11 hit points.
Anything else?
No.
All right. Dylan.
I think I'm just gonna move to behind Kamren and wait for a signal.
Okay. Ready and in action, basically, to...
Yeah, to bust out of there at a moment's notice.
Hell yeah. Red Sash, Torque Bajirs. The first one's going to take another Dracon Beam shot at you, Savannah, so roll a dex save. DC 11. Half damage. 6. Fire damage, sorry. The second Red Sash Torque Bajir will move up. It doesn't make it. It dashes to get there. That's its turn. Humans. This human is one of the ones that fell in, and he's going to take a rifle shot at you. 16 to hit.
Yeah.
6 piercing.
Yeah.
This human back here will kind of hunker down and give himself cover, but put his rifle up and shoot at you. So that'll be natural 1 as his bullet just ping, 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 and it hits off the generator, hits the force field that flashes up for just a second, and then
M16s are prone to jamming. I'm just putting that out there.
all right, it jams because it is a natural 1.
But does it jelly?
Yeah, it jellies so hard. Kamren. Down low humans will dash. That one will dash there. These two will dash here. Matea gets here, and you see her just like... Dylan and Kamren have been kind of watching her as best they could, and she's still hidden underneath this little terminal here. And that's it for the humans. I guess these two will do stuff in the Yeerk ballroom. Maybe they'll try to salvage something. I don't know. Aximili will move. He'll move right behind you, Savannah. Not really able to do anything. He just dashes forward. Savannah.
So, there is a couple Taxon, a few Taxon, Hork Bajir in front of me that have Dracon Beams.
Neither one of the ones right beside you have Dracon Beams. This one up here to the right a little bit has one.
Yeah. What about the guy that I crushed? He had a Dracon
He did
Beam.
have a Dracon Beam.
Is there a loose Dracon Beam on the floor? Can I grab that and toss it to Axe?
Yep, that'll just be like an object interaction.
Fantastic. So she's just going to grab it with her trunk and be like, Aximili, toss it back to him. And she's going to keep charging. She is not doing so hot. I think she's just going to, say, try to hit the ship or whoever you can and just keep charging through this group, not stopping to, fight with anybody, just trying to, if I can even, just do, charging dash if I don't have to hit anything, just to, plow through.
You can move forward. You're going to run into stuff. The most that you can do is kind of knock them to the side. It won't do much damage to them unless you use your action to attack them.
I mean, I think the only argument I would genuinely make, because she's really trying to get to that second generator to open this shit up. The only argument I would make is maybe trampling the Taxon on the way past, just because it's squishy and it's right in front of her.
The Taxon, I'll give him a save to get out of the way, and if he fails, you can do some damage to him.
Okay, yeah, otherwise she's...
The Hork Bajir on the left, the green sash is lowering, and the one to the right, he would just sidestep you pretty much.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, the Taxon will make a dex save. We'll say DC 10, just so it's middle of the road. Meets it beats. So it does jump out of the way. I'll give it half damage. So roll 2d6. You crush the back end of it as it slithers away. Where are you moving? Oh, you move all the way up there?
Yeah, she's just literally trying to go on a line to that second generator.
You do see the humans, the two in front of you, not the metallic armored one, but the other two have to jump out of your way, and they jump down onto the lowering platform. Give me a perception check it through all of this commotion.
This elephant's got nothing. I got ears the size of picnic blankets, and I can't hear a thing.
Yeah, so you just commotion all around you.
Can you describe the commotion?
Whoa, Adelaide. That's the lift lowering.
Why is it so loud? This is it. Alien technology.
Hork Bajir down low. They do their thing. Taxon. This one's got to roll to see if he's going to eat himself. He definitely eats himself. He's dead because he only has 2 hit points left. Yeah, he eats himself. Aximili like looks down at him with his stalk eyes. Vile creatures. Green Sash Torque Bajir will just like, he follows you with his eyes, but then he like, as the lift, it's still going down. There's still a wall beside it. So it just looks at you, doesn't do anything else. Kamren waits. Zach.
All right. I would like to. Is perceiving, looking at shit, is a free action or bonus action or something? It's not a.
It depends on what you're trying to figure out.
I am trying to look at the 2 unconscious dudes and see if there's a lanyard or, you know what I mean, something sticking out of their pockets that indicates there's keys in there.
I'll say you can like peek out real quick as like you're in battle. If you don't want it to be an action, you can make an investigation check with disadvantage.
That's fine. I'll take that. 12.
I'll say with the 12, you do see one of the guys has a keychain that, like, as you dropped him down to the ground, part of the keys fell out. But, like, they're still in his pocket.
Okay.
But, like, there's 2 keys that are just out.
Then, here's my action. I am going to dive out and just spray. I'm going to turn the gun sideways and spray across this whole alley. Turning it sideways is a tactical maneuver.
Yeah,
just to be clear.
like O-Dog.
I'm not just being dope, but like the kickback makes the gun go up. So if you do that, it goes automatically. Anyway.
Hell yeah.
So that's my action. And then is it item manipulation to scoop keys?
Yeah.
Okay, and then jump on bike.
Are you trying to hit anybody or just like?
It's covering fire basically. I wouldn't mind if I hit somebody. I don't want to kill anybody if I don't have to. Zach's not super precious about it, but he's firing. He's definitely firing at these dudes. It's not at the ground or in the air. It's at, chest level.
Here's what you can do. You can either make an attack roll and try to give them some damage, or you can say you're just laying down cover fire and I'll make them take disadvantage on any attack rolls that they make.
Okay. It's more of a distraction than anything. I'm trying to get on the bike.
So they'll have some disadvantage if they try to take some shots at you. We've got to send some bullets their way. Dylan, still waiting.
Still waiting for somebody to tell me that they need help.
All right. Red Sash Torque Bajirs. One of them's going to take a Dracon Beam shot at you, Savannah. So roll a dex save. I will say this Torque Bajir's not thinking straight at the moment as he's just trying to get the Andalite threat taken down.
So I get advantage?
You don't.
Fuck's sake. Fuck. Don't crit.
6. And that beam hits you in like one of your legs and kind of singes you, but also hits the generator. And you see it like just have this hole in it, and the hologram takes longer to be able to like flicker back on now. Give me another perception check with disadvantage. When the Dracon Beam hit the generator, it made a loud sound and kind of deafened you a little bit. You can't hear what else is going on.
Perfect.
Down here, that human goes through that door. This human makes it to this door. I'll just go ahead and say he goes through. Humans up top, the ones near Zach. You're on the motorcycle now, right? And you're like starting it up and getting ready to take off. As like you shoot at them, they like duck down and stops their movement. So they'll take shots with disadvantage. First one, 11.
No, that misses.
Second one, 6. If 11 doesn't hit, I think a 6 doesn't.
Surprisingly, the 6 does. It's weird. No.
It's magic.
Neither one hits.
Savannah, 2 rifles will be shot at you. One with disadvantage because he's getting lowered down. So this one with disadvantage. 12.
It meets?
Meets it beats.
Well, that's rude because I'm going against you, so I feel like I should.
That's for DCs.
I feel like I should win.
I feel like you should ultimately win, but sometimes you gotta lose to get there. Second shot against you.
Come on, it crit. You can't. Come on, give me the first one. If the second one crit, it's gonna do so much damage. I'm gonna die, by the way, just so you know. This ends me. With the double damage and the 18, I'm dead. Like, no joke, dead.
18, well, sometimes this is how it falls.
All right.
So you take the 18 and then you take 12 more. You're down. Aximili, over his thought speak, says, Savannah has dropped. You faintly hear that, Dylan. Zach, you hear it. And then they all turn to the Andalite. Matea will start demorphing and try to demorph as fast as she can.
Is the platform can I see the top of the platform now? Can I see the ship?
Yeah, it drops down just below where the surface area of where it's not dug out down here is. Yeah, so you see the platform lowering.
Dylan's gonna look to Kamren. I'm going.
You're gonna try to go up?
Yeah.
Go.
And she's gonna bolt.
Yeah, you got both bust through here. Mateus, you see her morph start to move faster and faster, but they don't see it because they're looking now at the gorilla and the polar bear that just busted out of the fucking wall. I'll say because they've been holding their action, you can double your speed and still have your action left.
Okay. I don't think I have anything that I can do from here.
You see the bottom of this, but as it's lower, and this is what the map changes for you a little bit, basically. The platform's coming down.
Just heads up.
So you still have your action. If you want, you can dash again and get even further towards anything.
Yeah, I would love to do that. All right.
Kamren will run out behind you.
Sweet.
Aximili will thought speak into Savannah's head. Prince Savannah, your job is not done. You still have a promise to keep to me. Get up. I'm going to make a medicine check with him.
It's meds.
Nothing. His action, he'll fire the Dracon Beam. He'll fire it straight at these two Hork-Bajirs, so they'll both make some death saves. These red-sashed Hork-Bajir. First one passes, so he'll take half damage. Second one fails, so he'll take full damage. Second attack, he'll fire the Dracon Beam again. Same thing. First one passes, fails, so the second one takes half damage, or full damage. Savannah, make a death save.
I'm calling this is going to be a crit one, and it's going to be over.
That's going to be bad if it's a crit one. It's a pass. So you have one success. Down low, this Hork-Bajir, I'll say he ran to here and then heard the noise behind him on the other side of the room and turns around and sees a polar bear and a gorilla. And I'll say that's out of range for his Dracon Beam. And he's already moved, so he thinks about his choices. No taxing are close enough to do anything. Green sashed Hork-Bajir just stays on the platform as it lowers more and more. Dylan, you can see that this platform is probably 50 feet from being down here where you all are. Kamren will start to move this way. He'll double move and roar towards this human here. Zach, you're on a motorcycle.
Yes, I am. All right, here's what I want to do. I want to ride my motorcycle through, yes, to the Queen song, of course, through the two barriers.
So this barrier is just like one of those
Crossing arm, yeah. I'm assuming I can bust through those. I've really just assumed it.
Probably, yeah. I'll say you can hit those and bust through them. So you do get through the first one.
I'm not doing it yet, because there's other things I want to do too. So I want to get as close to Savannah as I can. I want to scoop the other rifle up on my way by and just sling it over my shoulder. And I want to have the other gun on the front handlebars as I'm riding, so I can fire these assholes.
I'll say you can pick up that other gun. The motorcycle will move 100 feet, as you get it. So that'll let you, with object interaction, you pick it up. Movement will get you here with the motorcycle. And if you want to double move...
Can I still fire while I'm moving? If I do a double
move?
You can't. Probably not.
You can get to about right here.
I will forego firing then, and I'll get there. So this isn't going to bar my escape, this door here.
This door does cut off the warehouse to everything, so it is a thicker door, so you'll have to roll something. I mean, it's really on the motorcycle, so roll a d20 plus 3.
Okay. 21.
You bust through it, and the door just...
All right. Oh, shit, do I have a bonus? Or no, I used my...
Yeah, you have a bonus.
Okay, hold on. Rally
and alley.
Choose a friendly creature who can see or hear you. This creature gains temporary hit points equal to the superiority die roll plus your charisma modifier. I'm going to roll that at Savannah.
Okay.
I start singing Bella Ciao. For 7. So you regain some consciousness, yes? To the Chumbawamba version, because let's be honest, it's in English. So it's just Zach's terrible pop punk voice going, "The world is waking outside my window. Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao." Your big old giant eyes open a little bit. So there you go.
You all are starting to hear voices all around the military base. What is going on? Is that a spaceship? Are those aliens? What is that? Monsters! Ah! Dylan.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep moving toward this platform as it's lowering. I think I can get there. And I'm gonna start looking for any sort of like handholds, anything that I can use to kip up onto it.
The platform is lower now, and I'll say now it's about 25 feet from the ground. And for one, you could, if you took a strong ass jump, you might be able to grab it. Like grab the bottom of the platform and pull yourself up. But to climb, like the shaft is basically a metal, slick and metal, but there's parts like on the bottom that you could climb up and get even higher towards the thing, just not all the way up there yet.
I would like to try a strong ass jump.
Roll a strength check.
I do a strong ass jump.
You are like hanging on the bottom part of the platform as it's lowering, and you grab onto it.
Okay. Sweet.
Red Sash Hork-Bajir are now turned towards Aximili. This one doesn't have a Dracon Beam, so he'll move forward and take 2 swings with his claws. Aximili's doing all right. First claw attack, 14, just hits him for 4 piercing. Second claw attack, 7 misses as Aximili bats the claw away with the side of his tail. Second Hork-Bajir will make a Dracon Beam shot right into the back of his fucking friend, but Aximili too. So, dexterity save, full damage for Aximili. I was gonna say disadvantage on that one because he's not looking at the guy, so natural 1, he'll take the full damage as well. 10 to both of them. Watch where you're shooting, you fool. Sorry. Humans. This one's on the platform. He's not doing anything. This one has his gun and he's like teetering on the platform. He'll just take a shot at Aximili because the elephant is, as far as they know, it misses Aximili with the shot. Down low, that human at the terminal sees the gorilla like kind of jump up onto the thing, sees the polar bear coming towards him. The Hork-Bajir that's still in there says, "Protect the ship by all means." The human nods, starts typing on the terminal. Any other humans? Mateo, let's see if she can concentrate. This will be big if she can. She does. She's even faster and growing, and she gets her tail blade back. I'm going to say she's going to take an attack with disadvantage as she's still mid-more. A 15 will still hit. Now that this Andalite grows, this guy at the terminal looks surprised. She claws into his arm. He starts to bleed, and she takes her second attack with disadvantage. Still hits. Dylan, as you're like hanging and you look over your shoulder, you see a mouse mouth disappear into Matea's face as she swings her tail blade for the second time, and it looks like she's aiming right for the head with her jagged blade. Turns it sideways and smacks him, and he goes down. Aximili. He will move forward and just square off with this Hork-Bajir that's in front of him and start swinging his tail blade. First attack. A 9 misses. Second attack. Natural 20 for 13. Aximili takes off this Hork-Bajir's leg. It is now slowed as well.
Okay, so Savannah's coming back into consciousness. I think the very first thing that happens is she just goes, "Zach, knock it off." And then, because he's singing that terrible, terrible song.
Hold on, you don't like Bella Ciao?
Not from Zach. I think she just wants to try and like get back up and knock this second generator out, and it's twofold. It's to accomplish what she wants to do, but also to create a space, because I think she's going to immediately start demorphing.
Yeah, that's cool. It's half your movement to stand up.
I have 3 feet to go.
You're good. I was just saying if you decide to run afterwards.
No. She's just trying to knock. She's literally trying to accomplish the mission and then get into the wreckage of it so she has a place to demorph that's covered.
All right, roll an attack roll. The AC, we'll say for the generator, because it's made of metal, is 7. 26 hits. Roll some damage on it. You smash into it and parts fly open and it's in a little bit. You can't quite get in there with your big elephant body yet.
I think she'll just open thought speak to the team itself, like Humanimals and whoever it, like, I don't know where Dylan is in that, but to all of them and just say, I'm gonna try to get in there and get a demorph and remorph.
Yeah, Dylan is going to basically thought scream. Are you okay?
Okay, enough. I have that extra attack. Why not?
What's this second attack look like?
So it got hit by that Dracon Beam. There's already a point of weakness. I think she like crawled up to her elephant feet and just started like leaning, slamming into it, and the thing started to kind of like crumble, parts come off, metal denting in. And then the second one was she just was able to put a little more oomph into it and crushed into the middle of it.
As you do this, the flickering of the hologram stops and it's gone. And yeah, you start to crawl in there with your big hulking elephant body. Hork-Bajir. So there is a Hork-Bajir on the other side of this room. He does not have a Dracon Beam, so he's just running around trying to get to the Andalites on the other side of the room around this big hole. The Hork-Bajir down low, though, will start to move back towards the action as he thought about his choices last round. And he still is not within range of his Dracon Beam. Taxon don't really matter right now. They're still scrambling around too, trying to get to the Hork-Bajir. Or not to the Hork-Bajir, the Andalites. There's so many names. I'm sorry. It's just blah, blah, blah. I'm going to give the green sash Hork-Bajir a perception check to see if he notices Dylan. We'll say, since you're down low, you have cover and stuff, we'll say a 13 to be able to see you. He does notice your hands. But I'll say where you came in and where he was on like the right side. You're on like the very north. He's going to have to take his full movement to get over there, but he does do that. He's like standing above you now, like as you're hanging. Kamren's going to move forward and it'll just double move, going straight at the Hork-Bajir.
Zach stops singing mid-word and goes, sorry, I guess. And rides the motorcycle up to... I'm not totally clear on the layout. Is the generator like partially inside a building?
It's in the very corner of that building. Of each of the buildings, there's 4 of them. 2 of them look fucked up now.
Sure. Okay, he's gonna ride the motorcycle up to... Is this... Okay, another question. Is this a dude or is a corpse at this point?
Right in front of you? That's a dude and he's got a gun.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna run over him. Or through him. However you want to play it. Because I want to get here so I can cover my best friend while she demorphs.
Savannah has actually moved to here now. I'm sorry. But you have 100 feet of movement with that. I'll say that this guy will make a dex save to try to get out of the way. If not, you'll do some damage.
Okay, so then different plan, because this is different. I want to be clear. The gun is over the handlebars. I'm not really like looking down and aiming. It's at hip height or whatever, and I'm steering. So I'm moving and shooting straight ahead.
So it'll still be an attack roll. It'll just be with disadvantage.
Okay. I'll take that. How many can I attack when it's at full auto?
It'll just increase the damage.
All right, so it's still one target.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's the guy in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
18.
18 will hit. So instead of 3d6, this will be 3d8.
Great. I finally got a good roll. It's an 18. He explodes.
Yeah, he drops to the ground. You roll over his leg. This guy's dead.
Yeah, I, should have moved.
You have 100 feet of movement.
Yeah, I go here. As far up here as I can. I do have... You can attack twice instead of once. Yes, I also have Distracting Strike. Oh, that's only to the one that I... up to the one that I hit. And he's very dead, so that doesn't help. Okay, yeah, I'll attack again and shoot. Can I do a covering fire thing this time to...
Yes.
Try to hit the group? I don't know, somehow.
So if you do covering fire, you can give them all disadvantage, or you can try to hit one. And that would be just an attack.
I am shooting and as a bonus action taunting. So I'm giving them all disadvantage to their next attack, right? But I'm taunting them so they only attack me. So they would normally get advantage, but I'm also giving them disadvantage, so they're going to get flat rolls when they attack me.
You can do one person with the taunt.
The one in front, I guess.
All right, so he has advantage on you. The other two have disadvantage on their attack rolls.
Well, he has a flat roll on, I guess.
Yeah.
A very confusing turn, but thank you. I'm done now.
Dylan's up.
Okay, so this Hork-Bajir is like at my fingers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to try and grab his ankle, and if not pull him off the platform, then at least pull him onto his butt so I can get up there.
Give me a strength check to pull him off the platform. It's going to be opposed. Yes.
Suck it, nerd.
You pull him off and he falls to the ground and he'll take some fall damage.
Sweet.
He falls to the ground and is like on his back as you're still like hanging with one arm.
Yeah, I want to pull myself up.
All right, yeah, you get up there and you see like a human with a rifle like looking at you, and he just like points it towards you. I'll say you only use 5 feet of movement to get up there.
Oh, okay, sweet, sweet. So where is this guy?
He's about, we'll say 10 feet in front of you.
Yeah, then I'm gonna move to him and try and smash my big old meaty gorilla fist across his head.
All right, yeah, that'll be your second attack, so roll it up.
Sweet.
20 will hit.
Nice. All right. Non-lethal.
All right. His hemorrhaging stops.
I non-lethally smash him in the face with a cinder block.
Yeah. At this point, Dylan doesn't know if it's lethal or not. She just smacks him. She's panicked a little bit, so yeah, I think she just smacks him, and he sort of like, she hits him so hard because she's a gorilla and he's a human, he just kind of flies a few feet and doesn't move. And she's like, I'll worry about it later.
Aximili's turn. Placed one. An 18. He does take him out with 12 damage. With his movement, he can get to the second Hork-Bajir, and he'll take an attack on him. 16 will hit for 14 damage. Now it's the Hork-Bajir's turn, who's still hanging on. And since he's right in melee with him, he's going to just make an attack on him with his claws. First attack. Misses. Second attack. Hit. So this guy swings, Aximili ducks under his attack, and then he comes back with like his elbow blade and just slashes Axe's back. Prince Savannah, what is the plan?
Maybe try to take a shot at the ship and then let's get out of here. We can regroup and come back.
Yes. Matea's finished demorphing now, and she starts to do some work on this terminal. The humans, that one's gone because Savannah kicked its ass. This one is still up here. He'll take a shot at the Andalite. Miss. So the one's outside. The first one that is a flat roll against you, Zach. So this is just he pulls a sidearm, a pistol, for a 5 to hit. The second one will do the same thing behind him, pull a pistol. So this is with disadvantage.
Zach's not getting any more automatic rifles.
Misses with a 9. Third one with his pistol, disadvantage, an 18.
I'll take that.
That will be 5 damage. Yeah, that's it for his turn. The humans that are in the observatory that's down low in like the basement part, they're like looking out and they see all this, and you notice, Dylan, as the lift gets to the very bottom, one of them slams their hand down and you see a shimmer of red appear above you and around the whole ship.